Welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here. Artificial intelligence isn't just locked away in some high-tech research lab anymore. It is quite literally functioning in our pockets, on our screens, and in our homes, right this very second. We interact with it constantly, and honestly, a lot of the time, we don't even realize it's happening.
Seriously, think about it for a second. Who is actually answering your customer service chat when you're frustrated and having an issue at 2 in the morning? Or how does your phone just automatically know it's you looking at the screen to unlock it? Well, these are everyday problems being solved by an invisible layer of technology. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on how these systems actually work, and we're going to ground this big, seemingly abstract concept of AI into the real-world solutions that you and I use every single day.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today's tour. First up, AI in the real world. Then, conversational AI, the chatbots. Next, predicting preferences with recommendations. After that, computer vision, and we'll wrap the whole thing up with ethics and future AI trends.
Starting us off, Section 1, AI in the real world. Basically, modern AI applications combine several specific technologies to solve problems without relying on rigid, fixed rules.
Instead of those fixed rules, modern AI uses a really powerful blend of technologies. We're talking machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, computer vision, large language models, and reinforcement learning. It's a massive shift in how computing works, right? Because these systems actually learn patterns from massive data sets. And the best part is, they just keep improving their performance over time, the more data they process.
Moving right along to Section 2, Conversational AI, the chatbots. This is our first real engine today, and it's specifically designed to communicate with us using natural language. Man, we are living through a brilliant paradigm shift right now. Think about the old way, those rule-based bots that relied on fixed decision trees. They were fast, sure, but they were incredibly rigid. They completely broke down if you used complex language or strayed from their little script. Now, compare that to the new way. Today's AI chatbots are powered by machine learning and transformer architectures. These modern models are context-aware, they understand multimodal inputs like text and images, and they continuously learn to generate incredibly human-like responses. It's just a night and day difference.
So how does that new way actually function? Let's trace a quick micro-narrative through this chatbot pipeline. Imagine you type, "I need a flight to London." First, the user input receives your text. Second, natural language understanding kicks in to figure out what you actually want. Third, the dialogue manager takes over to track the flow of the conversation. Fourth, it hits a knowledge source, say a live flight database or an API, to find the actual options. And fifth, the response generator formulates the reply. When would you like to depart? It's totally seamless. Your intent is identified, tracked, and answered naturally.
Hold on, I want to pause on step 2 for just a second, just to make sure we fully grasp this critical piece of jargon, Natural Language Understanding, or NLU. This is the specific module that identifies user intent, entities, context, and importantly, sentiment from your input. This is the exact piece of the puzzle that makes the chatbot actually understand your frustration if a flight is delayed or your urgency if you need an answer right this second.
Because of that incredible NLU capability, the real-world impact is honestly staggering. We're talking 24/7 availability for customer support, highly sophisticated healthcare symptom guidance, and streamlined government citizen services. But I really want to highlight something fascinating here. Recent 2025 research shows that well-designed, text-based educational chatbots significantly improve sustained learning outcomes for students. It is absolutely revolutionizing intelligent tutoring.
Let's move to Section 3 and see how this builds. Predicting preferences, recommendations. This is the unseen engine quietly curating your online shopping and streaming experiences.
To really understand how it curates your digital life, we have to contrast two main methods. First, content-based filtering. This recommends items similar to what you've previously liked. So, if you watch an AI tutorial, the system recommends more AI courses. Simple enough. But then there's collaborative filtering. This recommends items based on the preferences of similar users. That is exactly why a streaming service might suddenly recommend a completely unexpected sci-fi movie. Not because it matches your watch history, but because demographic peers with your exact viewing habits absolutely loved it. But there is a well-known hurdle here, called the cold start problem. If collaborative filtering relies on previous data, how does the system figure out a brand new user who just created an account, or a brand new movie that was uploaded 5 minutes ago? Well, it struggles. But what's really interesting about this whole concept is how modern recommendation systems overcome this exact limitation. They use hybrid approaches, layering multiple data methods, including deep learning and contextual info to fill in those exact gaps. And churning beneath the surface to make all of this happen is some incredibly complex machine learning tech. We're talking matrix factorization, graph neural networks, and transformer-based recommenders. Behind the scenes, engineers are constantly measuring metrics like precision and click-through rate to optimize user satisfaction. And they're doing all this while actively battling ongoing challenges like popularity bias and filter bubbles that can really limit the diversity of what you're seeing. All right, Section 4, Computer Vision, Image Classification. This is our third pillar, where the AI system automatically assigns labels to visual objects, like cars, tumors, or traffic signs. Now, to completely demystify the heavy concepts powering this, you really just need to know two main terms: convolutional neural networks, or CNNs, and vision transformers, or VITs. These are the modern deep learning architectures, essentially the core brains used for large-scale visual recognition. They are the underlying structures that make complex tasks like face recognition on your smartphone or pedestrian detection for autonomous driving actually possible. Let's guide you step by step through how an AI actually learns to see. Let's use a simple picture of a cat. First, we collect thousands of cat images. Second, we label them cat. Third, we pre-process them, basically resizing and normalizing the data so all the images are totally uniform. Fourth, we train our deep learning model on those processed images. Fifth, we evaluate its performance. And sixth, we deploy the model. We've literally tracked that image from raw data all the way until the machine learns to mathematically recognize the visual pattern of a cat. So the crucial point here is how this precise training pipeline scales across vastly different industries. In healthcare, it's bringing high accuracy to disease diagnosis through MRIs and X-rays. In agriculture, it enables real-time crop monitoring and plant disease detection. In manufacturing, it automates quality inspection and defect detection. And in retail, it's powering automatic checkout and inventory management. The scale and the speed of this technology across the board are simply breathtaking.
Which brings us to Section 5, Ethics and Future AI Trends. Because deploying these incredibly powerful chatbots, recommenders, and vision models requires immense responsibility.
We're talking serious responsibility regarding training data bias, protecting privacy, and keeping decisions fair and transparent. Just neutrally laying out where this technology is heading next, the future is absolutely packed with innovation. We are moving toward multimodal AI that seamlessly combines text, images, and audio. We'll see edge AI running efficiently right on your mobile devices, and explainable AI that helps users understand exactly why a model made a specific decision, and specifically, approaches like federated learning are poised to potentially solve major privacy issues by reducing the centralization of your personal data. It keeps the learning localized. To wrap things up, I want to conclude with this really provocative and memorable thought from our source material. AI should augment human decision-making rather than replace human judgment in safety-critical contexts. You know, these invisible engines we've talked about today, they're incredibly powerful tools designed to empower us, but they absolutely require our oversight. So the next time your phone recommends a movie or a chatbot answers your question, ask yourself, is the AI serving your judgment or replacing it? Keep exploring, stay curious, and thank you so much for joining me on today's Explainer.